Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Insomniacs After School, episode number 6, reaction. Alright, before I begin, as you can see, I am 1 week behind. Episode 7 should have already come out, but I'm in episode 6 because I wasn't able to record the previous week. I was a little bit busy, so I am 1 week lagging behind, unfortunately. And yeah, every week from here onwards will be 1 week lagging behind in my reactions to this anime. So I just wanted to tell you guys why I'm reacting to episode 6 today, because I didn't react to episode 6 previous week. But yeah, so that's the whole situation. Anyways, let's talk about the previous episode. In the previous episode, we're off to the little school trip that we went to. Here, obviously, Ganta was having trouble to sleep, and also the fact that it's a school trip, so obviously people, in his tent, his group, are like making like a whole ruckus about it. Then also after they fall asleep, they're snoring. He cannot really sleep properly, so it's been a tough time. Every day he's like in the school trip, he's like doing his stuff. He's like has to run in the morning. The teacher, making them go through these, so I have to run, do the different stuff, cannot sleep at night, and it's a very tiresome situation. And it was also kind of raining, so it was like completely messy. It was cloudy, the stars weren't out. So finally, when the rain stopped one day, and it was like the sky was clear, he went on to the sea beach, met Magari over there, and they kind of snapped a little bit of pictures. And over there, for the first time after coming here, he slept, and Magari was also there with him. So yeah, and in the morning he wakes up, and yeah, hopefully they don't get caught, because yeah, they weren't supposed to go out of that tent at the night. So let's see what happens. Episode number 6, let us get started. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here, sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, so wait, so we came back from the trip, I guess. Oh no, this is Shiomaru. Okay, never mind. Hmm. Yeah, she's probably remembering memories. Yeah. Wow. True. And it's like on the top, so there's no fan as well. That's crazy. Yeah. Okay. No, probably. Yay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cannot really do anything. It's hot up on top. And this is the thing, like the more they're on top, the more hotter it is. Like, especially in a summer day, my god. Living on the top floors in a summer day, that's bad. All right. Alien poop. What the? Oh, just for the cat. Dude, oh, the. Wait. Didn't it come up? Oh, yeah. Wind. Hmm. Ah, I see. Oh, wait. So they had to stay awake. Damn. True. Hmm. Oh, oh God. Oh no. Sensei is here. He stole it. She stole it. It's crazy. It's crazy how the cat steals her letters. Now Marguerite steals her fan. Yeah. Ah. Oh, wait, someone's there behind him. Ah. Ah. Wow. Oh, wait, she's here as well? Wait, who's this? That's Margaret, isn't it? Yeah. I couldn't recognize her for her hat. Yeah. I see. Need outside help. Yep. Sure. Yeah, she has quite a lot of friends, so. Mm. Okay, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy, he just ran. Oh no. Well, oh boy, she's pissed. Oh no. Oh my god. Hmm. Battleship. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Train then walk. Yeah. Wait, we'll be camp. Oh yeah, I guess we'll be camping. Hopefully, we get approved to go. Actually, if they don't allow us, that'll be a. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of cars. What's going on? What is happening? Why does she? All right. She said this weird thing previously as well in that episode. Like, what's going on? Oh my god. Yeah, like it's such a weird way of. No, don't laugh at that. What she said after that. What does that mean? Oh my god. Giving a weird vibes. She was really. Oh boy. Yeah, come on. Like I feel like I need an answer to this. What is this? I don't like this. Like the way this is just they're insinuating that something. Oh boy. Yeah, makes sense. What? Wait. I don't know. Well, I guess we can convince Nono, maybe. She's getting. She's good at like drawing pictures. Oh wow. Okay, that's impressive. Wow. Hmm. Hmm. Oh wait, she's gonna tell them to model for him or something. Wait. Wow. Oh my god. Yeah. This is actually awkward. Oh boy. What the? Ah! Yo, it's so uncomfortable staying like that for such a long. Yup. Hmm. What the? Oh, this is the. Damn. Wow. Why? Yeah. Still, I don't know. Okay. Oh, he was insinuating that to him. Okay, that makes sense. Three more. Two. That. Yeah. Yeah. Sleeping. Oh boy. Oh boy. She yeah. Maybe she can. She probably has a lot on her plate. Mm. Oh, that's her name, Anamizu. Oh. Mm. Oh. Well. Oh, it's a position she wants. Okay. Oh. Missed. Well, this is dangerous. Hopefully, it doesn't get hit in his face. Oh boy. Oh. Okay. Like she's throwing it underhand, so this is a side quest that you need to complete before. Okay. There you go. Hmm. Yeah, she probably knew what he was going to say. Hmm. One is left. Yeah, she'll calm herself. When she'll see all of her friends are like gathering together, she'll just come. There you go. Well. Oh my god. Hmm. No, he's yeah. Uh, hmm. Yeah. Oh, no. Philanderer. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, everyone's here. Oh boy, Kani's here. Wait, she's the. Oh, she's the. Snow White. Yeah. Wait, what is that? Is that okonomiyaki? What is that? Oh no, it's like a pancake. No, what is that? She got this. Oh, is this Kani's mom? Yeah. Yes. Princess Motoko. She still wants her piece. Hmm. Hmm. Ooh. Yeah. Hmm. He left. I feel like he's still not comfortable with so many people. Is that why? Oh. Hmm. Yeah. If it fails, yeah, that'll be. That's just a part of growing up. Oh wow. Tiresome. that's it, I think. Yeah, so that was this episode number 6. So we're back from the trip. I thought we were going to see more of the trip, but that was it, I guess. So yeah, we're back from the trip, and we are here in school now, getting ready for the stuff. We get to see Shiromaru senpai come in, and she kind of barges in, and she's like, "What are you guys doing?" But she sees that Ganta is just like looking at the pictures. So Ganta comments about how this place is hot as hell, and yeah, it is true. If you the more top you go in a building, the more hotter it is, and especially in a hot summer day, uh, the top the topmost part, the underneath the roof, is too hot, and they didn't even have a fan here. That's crazy. I can't even imagine like without any fan, without any air conditioner, just goddamn, it's so hot. But yeah, in comes Magari with her the fan that she napped from the nurse's room. And she says like, "Oh, I borrowed it," but yeah, she definitely didn't borrow it. So okay, after that, we get to see Shiromaru senpai taking a look at the pictures that Ganta has clicked, and also Magari gives her the souvenir that they brought for her, alien poop. Okay. All right, weird stuff, like weird little kids toys that they got. She did get like a little thing for the cat, that little like that thing, and I'm guessing like a hand fan for her. So alright, so Ganta shows these pictures to Shiromaru senpai, and Shiromaru senpai is like, "Okay, yeah, it is okay. The sky has come quite nicely, but the reflection is not good." And she says that it's because of the wind, and she kind of explains something like like in technical terms. Alright, I'm going to go to that part, and I'm going to read that part because these are some technical stuff that we need to. Okay, where's that? Okay, you need to shorten the exposure time to mitigate the impact of rippling on the water. Oh, interesting. So basically, she's saying like, I'm guessing the exposure is like the amount of light that will get in. So what is she saying is that you need to shorten the exposure time so that like when the water ripples, like the moon is there, its reflection will come in the water, and the light it reflects will differ because of the ripples, I'm guessing. So to mitigate that, you need to shorten the exposure time. I think that's what she's saying. Otherwise, too much light will get in. So I don't know. I don't know much stuff about cameras. So I think that's what she's trying to say in layman's term. But she does say that like what yeah, I can see that like the reflection did come okay, but the starry sky is nice, and you can see Ganta's very happy like hearing that. I love how what's her name? No, what was her name? The nurse, Kurashiki Sensei, I think. Yeah, Kurashiki Sensei, and she comes in and she's like, "Magari, you little thief!" I don't know why she brought a net to catch her. Like what? And she's like, you stole my fan. It's so funny that like people go to her place and just steal stuff. The cat goes and takes her lettuce. Margaret goes and takes her fan. Alright. And next we see that Ganta is actually like in like an outside of the place where Ukegawa was like there. He went there to like talk to him about like the different things. And he's just sitting there and looking at the pictures, and he then like looks at Magari's picture, and Ukegawa comes from his back and he's like, "Oh, you're looking at the picture, huh? That's a nice picture you have there." He gets embarrassed. And yeah, later on Magari also joins us. So okay, now they talk about the lack of people. Like they need more people to cooperate with them if this this little event is going to be successful, which is true. Like you need people in these situations. Like how much can like 2 or 3 people do? So they need quite a bit. So okay, now they also talk about the place where they need to get the since this picture won't be able to be used in the photography contest, they actually need to go and travel to some place and like snap quite a few nice pictures. So Margaret is like, the whole situation with the help, I can probably take care of it. I have my friends, I'll tell them. And also obviously they need to go to a place and snap some better pictures. I love how like Ukeka was like, yeah, you better snap those pictures, and also remember to snap some pictures of Margaret as well. Immediately Margaret is like, wait, what? Did you show him? And Ukeka realized, Ukeka was like, oh no, don't take this the wrong way. He didn't show me. I just saw it. He was looking at it. I just saw it from his back. So he didn't really show it to me. And then he Margaret is still pissed off, so he's like, okay, gotta go, bye. Just dips from here. And Margaret then tries to leave, and Ganta goes and tries to stop her, and then in the end Margaret is like starts teasing him, and she's like, oh, you were looking at my picture, and she's like, show me those pictures. And she looks at it and she's like, yeah, you know what, it's kind of weird looking at your own picture with this big of a smile that I have here. And so they talk about the different places that can go. Ganta brings up a few names here. All right, let me read these names. Okay, Mitsukejima, the Battleship Island, or Rokusake Lighthouse. Okay, Mawaki site. I think they're going to go to this Mawaki site because in the opening we see that picture, like that picture with the pillars. Okay, so here Margaret is like making plans. She's like, oh, let's go to the place where it's written here that the Abalons are going to come in this season. And she's like, oh, let's take swimsuits as well, just full on vacation mode. So Ganta's like, yeah, let's do it like a little training camp, actually bring tents and stuff. So they're getting ready and kind of discussing about all of this, but the fact is that unless and until they get approved for this, they cannot really go. So they need the approval for the parents and also the teachers and everything. Yeah, so that's the thing. But thankfully Kurashiki sensei will hopefully talk to this to the teachers. And yeah, hopefully this gets approved. So after that, when they were waiting for the crossing, Margaret's like, oh, take some pictures of me too, okay? And then she says something weird again. She's like, keep a trace of me, okay? I think that's what she says. Wait a minute, let me check. All right, here it is. Leave a trace of me behind. All right, I don't know what the hell is this. Why they did this in one of the previous episodes as well. And again, that what's going on here? Oh my god, I don't want it. Obviously Ganta was also like, what is she saying? And she doesn't really explain, just leaves after that. So back at home, Ganta's thinking about what she was talking about, and he's like, what does she mean by that? And and that was it. They don't really explain after that what's going on. Oh boy. Now next we see they have to talk to Margaret needs to talk to her friends to convince them to help them out. So Margaret is like, oh, they are my friends, but at the same time, since they are my friends, it feels I can tell them to come, but making them help me out, that I feel being a friend is a little bit more trouble. I feel this is kind of, what can I say, it kind of goes both ways. Like, if you have like good friends, like I can understand what Margaret is trying to say. Margaret is like, oh, if I tell them to help me, since they are my friends, they feel like they'll be obligated to help, even if it puts them in trouble, or they have their own troubles. So they'll probably try to help, even even amongst all of that. So that is why I feel like she thinks that asking them for help is kind of, like, she couldn't do it, because she knows if she asks for help, they will help her, even if they have their own trouble. So like taking it, she'll feel kind of responsible. I feel like she'll feel like taking advantage of their friendship. I feel like that's what she was talking about here. I can understand her point of view, but at the same time, I feel like it goes both ways, because I do think that since they are your friends, they will also want you to rely on them, if they're genuinely your friends. Like, if you really need their help, your friends are the only ones who will help you. So that's why I said it kind of goes both ways, I feel like. But I can understand what Margaret was trying to say here, why she was hesitating to ask them for help. That is why I think like Ganta was like, all right, you know what? Then I'll ask them, because he's technically a stranger to them, so they can actually turn him down if they don't want to, like, help. Unlike Margaret, where even if they have like troublesome situation going on their, like, life, if Margaret tells them, they'll probably be like, all right, sure, I'm definitely going to help. Margaret doesn't want to take advantage of her friendship and use it like that. That's why she's hesitating. But for Ganta, if Ganta goes and tells that, oh, can you help me out? If they genuinely have trouble, they cannot really help, they can directly tell him that, no, I cannot. Because, technically Ganta is a stranger to them. So that is why I think Ganta was like, yeah, you know what, I'm going to do it. Like, let me ask them. It wouldn't be like an awkward situation for Magari as well. So there you go. So the first person we need to get to help us is Nono. Nono is a really nice painter, a sketcher, very nice at art. So you see Margaret is like looking from the outside and seeing how Nono's concentrating, and she's sketching a very nice, like a picture, like a head. And yeah, so after she kind of finishes sketching the picture, Margaret and Ganta comes in, and they're like, Ganta's like, can you please help us out? Like, we need someone to sketch the poster and help us out in the viewing party. So she's like, oh, but I have my assignment. And then in the end, she's like, you know what? Okay, I'll help you, but you need to help me as well. Like sketching like a stationary object, it's kind of meh. I want an actual life subject. She makes Ganta the model, and I love how she's like, oh, take off your dress. And he does that, and I was like, okay, no way will she able to sketch like this, because like she's someone that she knows, like she technically she is her classmate. So sketching that, like usually what it is, like like a model, like whatever a model, like someone sketches a model, there are people who are basically strangers. Like, you look at the model, you sketch. But if there is someone who you actually personally know, it is kind of awkward, isn't it? Especially if that person is your classmate. So kind of so yeah, that's what happens. No one was going to sketch, but then she realized, like, yeah, it's too embarrassing. So she's like, okay, please put your shirt back on. But then in the end, she's like, all right, you know what? That didn't work, but this will work. Both of you become the model. And they kind of pose, like with Magari there and Ganta kind of holding her, like in a dancing position. And she sketches. It's a very difficult position, obviously, but she's concentrating, and they have to give their all as well. And there you go. They're successful. She has actually made the picture. And it was printed, and now it will be like a poster for the viewing party. So there you go. And she goes to print this out, and they kind of say how Nono was has won like a prefectural art contest as well. So she's actually very good at this. Okay, so here, like I said, you can see that Ganta says, but she helped us out, on her own. Like, I feel like, we could, like, the fact that Margaret was hesitating that wouldn't be a problem if she just asked her. Like just like I was saying, And Ugegawa says the same thing that I kind of said, which is like, he says like, well, duh, of course, Isaki-chan would have reservations about asking her. And Ganta's like, even though they're friends, and he's like, yeah, exactly, that's the reason why. Everyone has their circumstances, and the closer you are to someone, the better you understand theirs, right? Kind of insinuating that he understands his circumstances as well. Ugegawa understands Ganta's circumstances as well, which Ganta kind of realized and kind of looked away. So yeah, but yeah, there you go. That is exactly what I was also saying. Like because they're friends, like I feel like she was kind of hesitating to ask her, because even if she has some circumstances, he probably won't be able to refuse her if Marguerite actually went and asked, and Marguerite would feel like she is taking advantage of their friendship. So she didn't want to do that. That's why Ganta asking for help was the best in this situation. Okay. After that, they're like, oh, we need 2 more people. So Ganta's like, okay, I'm going to try. Goes to Kani and asks her. Kani's like, nope, I'm not helping you, especially because it is you, I'm not helping you. And I have more stuff to do. Shoo, like does this. And he's like, oh, like screw her, I don't want her in my group. And he goes to the club and sees that Marguerite is like sleeping, and it's written there that Marguerite is asleep. And he goes and kind of peeks in and sees like Marguerite is like snorting in her sleep and everything. He kind of laughs and just, he's like, yeah, you know what, we need to make this successful. So the next person that he goes to was, okay, what's her name? Just a minute. Anamizu, there you go. Anamizu, it's a very unusual name, isn't it? Anamizu, like, I guess the literal translation is Ana is hole and Mizu is water. So water in a hole, is that the meaning of her name? It's quite unusual, isn't it? Anamizu. I don't know. I've never heard any person's name like Anamizu. Anyways, all the characters' name in this show is very unique. Like like Kani as well. Like Kani, I think Kanikawa or something like that. Her name is. Like every character's name is very unique in this show. Okay, so you can see that Anamizu is a little bit kind of preoccupied. So she's like, okay, I'll talk to you later. Like I need to go and field. So she goes and he sees her like in the game, and he sees how she's struggling to do it. And she's messing up. The coach is like, what are you doing here? Get out. You're not good enough for this. But she's still giving her all, because she has a goal. So he just waited for the whole time, and Anamizu comes out, and Anamizu is like, wait, are you like waiting for the whole time? You could have just waited there in the shade. And he's like, yeah, I really need your help. And she's like, okay, stop. Here, take the glove. Practice with me a little bit. And he's like, wait, so you'll be pitching? Like you're a pitcher? And she's like, no, technically not. I want to be a pitcher, and that's why I'm trying. And you can see that she's still kind of very much bad at this whole thing. She's like throwing underhand like balls, I guess. Like I'm guessing this is like a preliminary training, like a novice training where she's throwing underhand, because usually baseball they throw overhand, don't they? So she was throwing underhand, probably because the distance was small and she's learning about it. So that is how she's doing it, but she's still missing. Half of the balls are like, not half, but every ball is like going over on the sides, and I can see that Ganta's pretty scared because he feels as if like the balls are going to hit him or something. But then he's like concentrating and keeping calm. Anamizu is trying multiple times. She tries, she fails. Ukeka was like watching this, and Ukeka was like, look at this kid. He was supposed to recruit her. Now he's playing catch with her. But then in the end, Anamizu throws that perfect ball, which he is able to kind of grab, and there you go, successful. The first pitch that was successful. And he's like, there you go, I helped you, so can you please? And she's like, yeah, sure, why not? I do know what you're going to ask me out, and I did know that Magari is going to be there as well. So since this is helping out Magari, I was going to say yes either way. So there you go, I'm going to help you out. And He's like, okay, I still need one person. I'm going to go and ask Kani for another time. And she's like, oh, Kanikawa's in here as well. She's like, okay, wait a minute. You know what? Don't tell her. Just continue. You'll see what happens. And like we know what type of person Kani is. We saw, I think, like in one of the previous episodes as well, she was mad that they didn't involve her in something. So she just came rushing in, and she's like, "You guys, why didn't you invite me for the event? You're doing this behind my back. I'm also going to help you out." And there you go, mission successful. So you can see like everyone's like putting out the posters over like different places, and later on Ganta is like talking to Shiromaru senpai, and he's kind of scared about the whole expectations. Like so many people are doing so many things, and so many people are getting involved in it, that he's afraid of like this whole thing failing, and that's why he's kind of scared of that. And he tells Shiromaru senpai about that. And he also talks about the training camp, and he's like, "Will you come with us?" And Shiromaru's like, "You guys, like like just you guys are just going to go and flirt over there, like you just put yourself in my shoes. I'll die of embarrassment." Kantan's like, "Listen, we're just going there to take some photographs as a part of astronomy club activities." And she's like, "I'm not telling you to avoid romance. Just keep your priorities straight." And he's like, "We don't have that kind of relationship." And she's like, "Oh yeah, like so you're just going out on nighttime dates with her for funsies?" And she's like, "We have a name for guys like you. It's philanderer." And she's like, "Look it up." Okay. Alright, that was that. Next we get to see they're like having a little like a meeting with all the people in this like little diner, and you can see that Kani is like the person who's like cooking the food. She's like the owners of this place. She's her daughter, so that is why. So she brings, I don't know what this was. This is like at first I thought it was okonomiyaki. Then I thought it was a pancake. I still don't know what this is. It looks like a mixture of a pancake, okonomiyaki, kind of like I don't even know. Like it's like a mixture of everything, I feel like. So they cut it. They were going to make 7, but they like cut it from the half. So she's like, "Oh no." So one person will get a lesser amount. So they do a little rock, paper, scissors, and Anamizu loses. She gets a smaller portion, and she's just looking at her plate all empty after finishing eating it. And okay, next we get to see Kani's parents come and introduce themselves. And they're like, "Oh, thank you so much, like Kurashiki sensei, and helping our daughter out." And she kind of explains like about her daughter. She says like that is Kani, Motoko spent a fair share of her childhood hanging around our shop with nobody but adults around. Some of the regulars even took to calling her Princess Motoko. Yeah, she has been pampered from a very young age. And like as she said, since adults were surrounding her, everyone probably probably pampered her a lot. And even called her Princess Motoko. So, and that is why she has a hard time when she's not the center of attention. And that is exactly why Anamizu was like, "Just leave her alone. She's going to come on her own." Not to mention her bad habit of mouthing off. But despite this, she'll still come to help at the shop, even when her club runs late. Yeah, she's a real sweetheart. Okay, so you can see that after listening to this, like Ganta kind of leaves, and like he's kind of stressing about the fact, like Kurashiki sensei also comes out, and Ganta's like, what I'm scared about? I'm scared about the fact that since everyone's going out of their way to help us out, what's going to happen if this fails? And Kurashiki sensei told them that they'll open the roof. So he's like you don't have to open up the roof as well. Like the more people are helping him out, the more he's kind of feeling scared if it fails. Like usually he doesn't really have that many friends, so he doesn't usually, what can I say, is comfortable in taking help from other people. So that's why, since this is the first time so many people are helping him out, he feels a responsibility. He feels like, I'm going to be putting them down if letting them down if this whole thing fails, and it's like a huge responsibility for him. But at the end of the day, this is all part of growing up. So yeah, like like if you make a mistake here, you just gotta learn to do it better from the next time onwards. Like nothing you can do about it. um okay, yeah, here we go. He says everyone has their own things going on, but they still agreed to help us out anyway. It makes me anxious because if the event doesn't go well, won't be able to keep everyone's expectations. I don't know what to do. And Kurashiki Sensei says this, like, there is a saying, what people consider flaws are actually talents they have yet to find a proper use for. What people consider flaws, okay, are actually talents that they have yet to find a proper use for. Interesting. That's a very interesting saying. I've never heard of that ever before. But that's a very interesting way of looking at the whole situation. I can see what she's trying to say. So that's why she's like, have you heard of this before? And then she says that even that tiresome personality of yours may bloom into a useful talent someday. And there you go. And that's where it ended. So yeah, another very nice and chill episode. I don't know why, like 2 or 3 episodes like onwards, they're like giving this whole weird little thing about Magari, insinuating that something might happen to her. I don't know why they're doing this. Like what type of like foreshadowing is this? I don't like this. This is one thing that I'm very concerned about in this show. Like Magari's weird cryptic like things that she's saying. Like, oh, keep a trace of me. Like, let the, like, she also said something similar to this in one of the previous episodes as well. So I don't know, like, this is the only thing that's concerning me about this show, because I don't want a repeat of Your Lie in April, for the love of God. So yeah, that is it, guys. That is my reaction of episode number 6 of after Insomniacs After School. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And yes, that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Insomniacs After School. Like I said, I'm 1 week behind, so next week will be episode number 7, even though episode 8 will already be out. So yeah, see you guys next week. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.